What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a big Tuesday MLB slate, and this is the kind of board I like because there are a lot of games where the numbers are giving us real clues about where the value is and where we probably want to stay away. Today's card has a little bit of everything: strong pitching spots, some shaky bullpens, a few live dogs, and a couple of totals that really stand out. So I'm going to walk through the games, tell you what I'm seeing, and break down the side, total, or player angle I like most in each spot. Let's get into it. First up, Miami against Philadelphia. The Marlins have actually been playing a little better lately, and that matters because this is not the type of team I want to just automatically throw away. Tyler Phillips has been solid, and Miami's bullpen has been one of the better parts of their team. That gives them a real chance to hang around if Phillips can keep this game tight early. Philadelphia is the better team on paper, especially with Luzardo on the mound, but they haven't exactly been a lineup I trust blindly. They've had way too many stretches this year where the offense just disappears, and that makes a big moneyline number a little less appealing. So while I understand why the Phillies are favored, I don't think the price is cheap enough to force it. My best pick here is Marlins plus the points in spirit. But if I had to stay with one betting angle, I'd say this is more of a light Marlins look than a full Phillies play. The total is tricky, but I don't have a strong enough red to force it. Next up, Kansas City taking on Washington. This is a spot where I really like the home team. The Nationals have been one of the more dangerous offensive clubs in baseball, and that's not something I'm interested in fighting unless I have a really strong reason to do it. Kansas City, on the other hand, has had a rough year with both their bullpen and their offense, and that's a bad combination when you're on the road. Michael Wacha has had some mixed results recently, and if he's not sharp, that can become a problem fast against the Nationals lineup that knows how to pressure pitchers. Washington has been scoring consistently, and if they get even a decent start from Foster Griffin, I think they have a real edge in this game. My best pick here is Nationals moneyline. Now let's go to Toronto and Boston. This is a game where the starting pitching matchup gives you a little bit of confidence on both sides, but I still think Toronto has the sharper overall arm in Dylan Cease. He's been dealing lately, and when he's in rhythm, he can absolutely control a game. The issue with Toronto is the offense. They've been far too inconsistent and nowhere near where people expected them to be coming into the year. That keeps me from getting too aggressive on them, especially on the road. Boston isn't in great shape either, and their offense has also been a problem. But this is one of those games where I think both starters are capable of keeping things under control for stretches, and the total doesn't feel crazy to me. If I had to choose a side, my best pick will be Blue Jays because I trust the starter a little more. For the total, I'd lean over 7.5 just a touch because both lineups have enough contact to make this one interesting if the bullpens get involved. Next, the White Sox against the Yankees. This is one of the more interesting underdog spots on the board for me. Chicago has actually been swinging the bats a lot better than people realize, and Davis Martin has been giving them good innings. He's been one of the better surprises for this team, and that matters when you're catching a number like this. The Yankees are obviously the more talented team overall, but Garrett Cole is not in a spot where I want to fully trust him right now at this price. He's been good, not dominant, and the White Sox have enough confidence offensively to make this game a little uncomfortable. So if I'm betting this one, my best pick will be White Sox moneyline. I also think the total can be considered a little bit, but my stronger angle is the dog. Chicago has been more competitive than expected, and I think they can keep this one live. Now to the Mets and the Reds. This is another game where I'm interested in the home dog. The Mets have not been a trustworthy team this season, and Kenta Maeda, or in this case the Mets' current pitching situation, is not something I want to blindly back until I see better consistency. Cincinnati has its own issues, especially with the bullpen, but they're at home and they've got enough offensive upside to make this a real spot. If Brady Singer is at least solid, that gives the Reds a path to control things. I like Reds plus the price in this one. And because both teams can be a little volatile offensively and the bullpens are shaky, I also think over 9 has some appeal. Now let's move to San Francisco and Atlanta. This is a game where the Braves really should have the edge. The Giants have not been a team I trust on the road, and Adrian Hauser is not exactly giving me much confidence either. Atlanta is still the deeper team, the more complete team, and the one with the better overall path to winning. Grant Holmes has been decent, and even if the Braves haven't been scorching hot lately, this is still a spot where I expect them to bounce back at home. My best pick here is Braves moneyline. There's also a case for the under, but the side is the cleaner angle for me because Atlanta simply has the better roster and a much better home setup. Next up, Cleveland versus Milwaukee. This feels like one of those games where the Brewers have the right ingredients to win, but the price may not be screaming value. Their pitching has been solid, their lineup has been productive, and they've been strong at home. But Cleveland has also been tough to put away, especially with their bullpen remaining a strength. I do think this game has a decent chance to stay a little lower scoring. So my best pick here is under 8.5 runs. If I had to choose a side, I'd lean Brewers, but it's not one of my favorite plays on the board. Now to San Diego against St. Louis. This is one of my favorite games to attack from a totals angle. San Diego's offense has been a major problem, and St. Louis has enough offensive consistency to keep pressure on. Michael King is a good arm, and Andre Palland has been solid for the Cardinals, so I think we're looking at a game where runs are at a premium. My best pick here is under 8. If I had to pick a side, I'd lean Cardinals, mostly because the Padres just haven't shown enough at the plate to make me want to trust them. Now to Colorado and Chicago. This is a weird one because the Rockies have actually shown some life offensively, but their bullpen is still a massive liability. That's the problem you keep running into with Colorado. They can score, but they can also give it right back. The Cubs have been a little up and down, but at home, with a decent bullpen and enough hitting to bounce back, I think they're the side to lean. My best pick here is Cubs moneyline. I wouldn't get too cute with the total unless you have a strong red on the starting pitching, but the side is fine. Next, Minnesota and Texas. This is another game where I think the Rangers are the more trustworthy side at home. The Twins have had some offensive moments, but their bullpen has been a major issue. That's hard to ignore, especially against a Texas team that can lean on strong late-inning pitching. Kumar Rocker has been throwing the ball well enough to give Texas a real chance here, and I don't think Minnesota is in a great position to exploit him. My best pick is Rangers moneyline. I could also understand a lean toward the under because of the way Texas plays at home, but the side is the better angle for me. Now to Detroit and Houston. This is a tough one because the Tigers have been better than expected in spots, but Houston still has the better offense and a lot more firepower if Hunter Brown is right. The Astros haven't been perfect, and their bullpen still worries me, but I do think they have the better overall path here. Detroit can stay live because they've got enough pitching to compete, but I'm not comfortable trusting them as a road dog in this spot. My best pick is Astros moneyline. I also think over 7.5 is worth a look, depending on the number you're getting. Next, the Angels and the Diamondbacks. This is one where I actually like the Angels a little more than the market might. Reed Demers has been dealing recently, and if he gives them another strong start, that becomes a real advantage in this matchup. Arizona has been inconsistent, and I don't love the way their offense has looked lately. That gives me enough reason to back the dog. My best pick is Angels moneyline. I also like under 8.5 here. That's a very live total for me. Now to Baltimore and Seattle. This is one of the better dog spots on the board. Brandon Young has been excellent, and the Orioles are one of those teams that can absolutely win this game outright if the pitching holds. Seattle has the home field, but they've had trouble generating offense at times, and if Cal Raleigh is just coming back into the mix, I'm not rushing to lay a big price with them. My best pick here is Orioles moneyline. I also lean a little toward the under. Next up, Pittsburgh and the Athletics. This one has a lot of potential scoring volatility for me. Both teams have issues in the bullpen, and both teams can score enough to make things interesting. The A's also have enough home field energy to be worth a look in a bounce-back kind of spot. My best pick is Athletics moneyline, but my stronger view is actually on over 10.5. Last but not least, Tampa Bay versus the Dodgers. This is a very interesting closeout game because I don't love laying a price with the Dodgers right now given how rough their bullpen has been. Tampa Bay is one of the better starting pitching looks on the board, and that matters a lot in a game like this. Drew Rasmussen is a big reason I like the Rays here. If he's sharp, they have a real chance to steal this one. My best pick is Rays moneyline. And honestly, I think this game has real value on the Tampa side. That's the board for me today. A lot of live dogs, a few strong under spots, and a couple of home teams I think are in a good bounce-back position. So that's where I'm landing today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who's betting these games tonight. It helps the channel a lot, and it lets me keep bringing you these daily picks and breakdowns. And I'll catch you in the next one.